Michael's on his way back to his apothecary in Warren Point, his pharmacy. He's the apothecary. That's a lovely word, that. It beats chemist, doesn't it? Chemist. I hate chemist. It's awful. So that's interesting. If you've got a smoking problem, make contact with any of the folk that he has mentioned. There are certainly Walsh's in Warren Point. Good idea to get clear of the smoking, because if you think about it, if you have a bucket of ink and you take a sponge and you put it clean out of the wrapping into the bucket of ink and then release it in the bucket of ink and take it out, every pore and every molecule of that sponge is saturated with ink. Similarly, your lungs and the alveoli within your lungs, when you take smoke of a cigarette into your lungs, they become saturated with rubbish, with tar, with some of the 4,000 chemicals that each cigarette contains. So your lung becomes something that, instead of feeling and sounding like that, becomes something that sounds like. And in autopsies at hospitals throughout the land, when they cut through your aorta on the table in the morgue, it's like cutting through a bar of chalk, a stick of chalk. So get the smoking out of the way. You never smoke. This is Odhran McCorry from Green. What's it called?
Whitegates.
Where did I get Green?
Over in Whitegate.
Well, I think Green is a good way to begin, because shortly we're coming to Tony Malidi, our man of the great outdoors, and we're speaking about those things. But you were resonating with some of the things that Michael Walsh was saying there.
Yeah, well, smoking is like you're eating. It does become an addiction. You know, there's a lot of people who I deal with who are emotional eaters. If they feel stressed, kind of like the way Michael was saying there, that smokers would say that helps them deal with stress. A lot of people go and binge eat as a result of emotional, whether it's family reasons, personal reasons, work issues. Maybe their managers had a go at them at work and they binge eat as a result.
And the whole problem is that orifice halfway between your nose and your chin.
That's it, yeah.
If you're not bucketing it in, do you know, I was observing over the good weather. It's not for me to say this, but maybe it is. I can encourage people to be wiser and go to the likes of you. But I look at people and I see them walking along, often hand in hand with a truly romantic disposition. And I look at the shape of them and I genuinely worry for the future of humanity. How will these people ever procreate? How do they find each other attractive?
Well, that's true. That's what
they're big. I love you, darling. How you, darling? I love you. You like my bits. Look, my lovely fatness.
Well, that's where.
But you want to take that and do something with that.
Yeah, well, food comes into that, because where they're storing fat as a result of their hormones, and the hormones is related to the food they're eating. If you eat clean, the hormones are healthy, and you don't store fat in those places. If you eat bad, it just doesn't do anything for your body, sends the hormones up your left, and then you store fat in those places. And also, you mentioned the sexual drive there.
I didn't quite. I was sort of heading in that direction.
For the future, it does mess with the hormonal situation that leads to the future children.
Well, I'm 70 now, so can you suggest something that will attenuate, will cut down my sexual appetite? I'm only joking.
I don't know about that role. We'll not get into cutting it down.
So they go to you for an aphrodisiac, do they? Well, automatically, when they're becoming more healthy, their whole body becomes a mighty aphrodisiac.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Because you're sharp and you're ready to jump off the top of the mountain.
Yeah, well, they feel good. They're eating good. They're feeling good. Their hormones are balanced. You know, they're starting to get leaner, so they're feeling better. They're happier in themselves.
And can see their bits again.
That's it.
You know, if you get these ones with the big fatnesses to them, like, I mean, where do you find? It's like you need a roadmap to chart your way through the joie de vivre of being slightly.
Well, that's the process we take. We slowly cut that down, and then as they're eating, they become better, feel better, and then they're more encouraged to exercise, to get fitter, they keep pushing themselves harder and harder, and then that's the end result.
I'll share this with you, maybe I can have it. I eat wisely. Well, people say I don't eat wisely. I think I do. Okay. I eat a slice of pineapple every morning.
Okay, yeah.
And then at 7 o'clock in the evening, I have a small fist of dinner, nothing more than that size. And it's mostly fairly decent stuff, vegetable or whatever. It's the Buddhist in me coming out. I like to eat wisely and little. My philosophy is eat to live, don't live to eat, you know, and that's all important. But with the best will in the world, I have an underlying hard muscle case in my stomach here. It's hard and solid, but I've got this wobbly exterior to it. How do I get rid of that?
Well, if you're saying there that you're only eating a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the evening, you're really not fueling your body during the day. So eating small but eating regular would keep your body taking over, keep the hunger at bay. So then,
but I don't have hunger.
Well, you mentioned earlier about the ginger nuts, and there.
That's an addiction, for God's sake. Would the ginger nuts and the rioja be the reason for my tiny little?
Yeah, it could be. You know, if you're not fueling your body right throughout the day, those cravings do come out. You know, if you're eating plenty of protein, a wee bit of carbs, a wee bit of veg all throughout the day in small meals, you're going to be less hungry come the evening, and then, you know, plenty of protein in your evening meal will.
And what about things like, I used to be able to do press ups. And what are you laughing at? He knows what's coming next. Can you direct me in a press up, a proper press up? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Right. You keep your mic on. I don't need my mic on. Sean, will you get to the camera? We'll give ourselves a bit of space here. Now, what is the philosophy behind an absolutely proper press up?
An absolutely perfect one.
You're allowed to stand up for this.
Okay.
Now, here we are. Are we ready, Sean? Can you see us? No, just keep this. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we get that on you. We put that on you. Let me help you here. Oh, that goes in there. Yeah. There we go. Oh my God. Here you are. Now you see, you tighten there. You see. You ready, Sean? Let's hold the press. Now that's okay. Now you there. Okay.
Yeah, it's still quite hard.
Well, it's as hard as that. I just flatulated. Right, what do I do
Okay,
now?
so the idea behind a perfect press up is you need to keep the back perfectly straight.
Yes.
Okay, so you should be as straight now as what you will be on the floor.
Yes.
On the toes.
Yes.
On the hands.
Yes.
Rough.
Ready? If I
good?
go to the floor now, you've got me in shot. Yeah, okay. Here we are.
Okay, can you
I'm ready to
manage?
go.
Okay,
On my fingers.
so bring bring the hands flat.
Oh, flat.
Okay, bring the arms in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, and bum down. Okay, and bend the elbows. Bring yourself down to the floor. Don't move the bum.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, that's you. Okay, and up, back up. Now, just next one was put your bum back down a wee bit lower. Bit lower. No, keep the knees straight.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Bum down, bum down.
Bum down.
Okay, now keep it there.
I'm going to be doing pole dancing here on Thursday. Right, where am I now?
Okay, and bend the elbows. And back up. There's a bit of work still to go there, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Sean said to me, don't take a heart attack. I'm not going to take a heart attack. Let's sit down again. Wow.
Bit of recovery there now for you.
I don't need recovery. I'm really fit as a fiddle. You were impressed there. The tension, the tightness in my musculature. Very, very good. So where the things go ahead, all's going well. You're out at Whitegates in the meadow.
Yeah. Small personal training studio and small groups.
And it's a community thing. You're at the heart of the community there, aren't
it's right in the community centre there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I deal with people from all over Newry, but, you know, the community is set up in the community.
When you get people of a certain age, do you do the pre-death training for them?
Well, generally people wouldn't really be at that stage, but I'm willing to work with all ages.
If you got them out running at a certain age, once they're over the top, and you help them on the hill, you could get a grant for that or something. No, we love the health service.
New business ideas.
New business ideas. So you find this guy out at Whitegates, local lad, doing the business well, identifying with the needs of good health, helping keep a community well. And we wish you well. And where do people contact you? They can
find me on Facebook by searching for Personal Best PT, or Twitter by the same.
Personal Best
PT.
P for Peter, T for Thomas.
That's
Personal Best PT. That's what you've got there. Sean, I think you'll have some music, sir. Thank you.